So what's the bit we do?
I was thinking like maybe we roll like a d20 and say roll for a bit, and then like nat 1, and then it's
Yeah, but I mean that's the bit, so it wouldn't make sense. It's kind of just going around in circles.
Yeah, that's true.
Why don't you just push record on the camera and we just film us talking about a bit?
Wouldn't that break the fourth wall?
No, just go do it now.
Welcome to NPCs of Tal'Dorei, reviewing episode 106 of Critical Role with myself, Oliver Dungeon Master, and
Dave,
aka Stefan, from Eyes of Alicia.
that was very well behaved. You used so much restraint in that.
All my self-control.
There was so much restraint you could see.
Yeah.
Just Dave. I'm
Just
fine with Dave.
Dave's here, Ollie's here, to talk about Critical Role.
I got no facial here, so sorry for those.
Yeah. He's gone back in time. He's now 10 years younger.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. So, first off, just want to say thanks to the subscribers on YouTube. That keeps ticking up every week, and we really appreciate that. That's awesome.
Right, 49.
49, so we're nearly hitting the big 5-0.
Yes. And we've got a few shows in the works.
Yeah.
We've got a podcast.
Yes.
So we're actually doing a recording of that hopefully next week, but we won't release that for a few weeks just because we want to get a load of them. And we also get Dragon Tavern up with brand new hosts and different people on there.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, so this one's taking a bit of a back step from it.
Yeah, I'm taking a hiatus.
Yeah.
Got other things.
You come back, but we want to introduce you to some of the other players that are on a game, so they're going to be hosting a few of the Dragon Taverns and maybe some other shows if we come to it. We just want to get.
I'll still be here doing my dungeon mastering and
I live with
NPCs.
them. We can't
avoid it. Yeah.
No, and I'll be still there setting things up even if I'm not on camera. It's just my way. I'm the producer.
He's the producer. So this episode, we've got to get into it because, man, there's a lot of stuff happened. Sometimes in an episode of 3 or 4 hours, you can have 3 major plot points, but here it's
So we've met a lot of gods as well. So
almost all of them.
Almost all of them. So we've got Alun. Is it Elun or Alun?
So it's,
I thought it was Alun.
I thought it was Elun, but I think it's like...
I think we think it's Elun because we play a lot of WoW.
Yeah, probably.
Because Elun is the god, the moon god or whatever.
Yeah, it's like Elun, but it's not spelled like World of Warcraft, like UNE. It's like O's and yeah.
Yeah. So let's say Elun just so we can keep them different, so we're not confused. Elun.
So first thing to note is Darren DePaul is back for a second guest spot with his lovely character Sprig.
Very nice of him. That doesn't really happen very often.
No.
Just coming back for a second round. Yeah,
but
I think he has a lot of fun with it. Yeah. He was silent for a lot of it, but because it kind of was necessary. Yeah. Because of what Scanlan got tasked to do, he wasn't really involved with that, which makes sense.
Yeah. So we start in the Celestial Libraries, which is a wonderful little place that Matt had created with Alun, the goddess of knowledge, and essentially it's her kind of kingdom. She's kind of like an old, weary librarian type, which is quite cool.
And all the books are representative of someone's lives, right?
Yeah, lives and knowledge of the world and stuff like that.
Life is knowledge.
Life is knowledge. Hey, tag. Who's that by? That's like.
I don't know. I think I just said that.
Oh. Interesting. Dave. Yeah, it's philosophical coming at you.
Life is knowledge. It probably is.
It probably is. Someone would have said it somewhere.
I just think of it, and I don't know where it's from.
No original.
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Just close to that. Painted love.
Yeah, he was quite philosophical. Yeah. They in the Celestial Libraries, Alun beckons the party to follow, and essentially.
Not creepy at all.
And essentially.
Start hearing hallelujah and getting the hell out of it. If you watch the episode, you know that.
Yeah. Essentially, the party tries to figure out who is going to get the blessing of Alun, who's going to undergo the trial of Alun to gain the blessing.
And Grog was quickly dismissed. Percy was not really the right person, you could say, based on Alun's description. So, and that falls to Scanlan.
Yes.
Because he's very knowledgeable, very old.
And a storyteller as well.
Yeah, a storyteller. Yeah.
Seeing as the books are all people's lives.
It's kind of what I have modelled my D&D character after Scanlan slightly in the terms of the fact that he makes a lot of jokes, but it's the reason why he makes his jokes is because he's been through a lot and seen a lot.
Yeah,
he knows
absolutely.
a lot.
Yeah, which is the depth of Scanlan, which we love. So, essentially...
They need to find a book.
They call it a tome,
but it's basically a book.
Yeah. With the book that contains the incantation of isolation, which is going to help them destroy Vecna. Which, if you have been watching the last couple of episodes, that's what it's all leading towards, the Battle of Vecna. Yeah. And some interesting stuff happens with Vecna this episode as well, in 106, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll see it. So basically they go for a bit of a trial, just like Vex went through with Paylor. The this is like you're pouring a drink now. You had all the time in the world to pour the drink beforehand, and then you're just like, all right, the middle of the episode.
What's that? So, the task falls to Scanlan to find the tome that contains the incantation of isolation.
Yes, so they basically go through the trial, look for all the books, and long and short of it, to find it.
Essentially, they had a 1 hour time limit in game, not real time, but in game time. They all try stuff. Grog starts scanning. Vex goes, is there anything can I investigate and all this kind of stuff. Eventually, they find the book.
Yeah, and they basically complete the trial. Really, there wasn't anything that came out of that significantly. Just like shenanigans, you could say, to get the book, and that's pretty much it.
There was a bit of lock picking where Vex broke a lockpick, but still succeeded in opening it. Scanlan had to actually cast a spell into the book for the text to appear, and to find it, he had to perform stories, poems, and even a rap. Which
he did a lot of songs.
Yeah,
he did a lot of songs.
There's a lot of Scanlan creation.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was cool.
I think he knew it was coming too.
Some of it looked a bit pre-planned?
Yeah, he had a few of them kind of lined up, but I think he was just like, they were having a lot of fun with it.
But then, I mean, Raiko does that as well, but he'll do it in game. He'll be like, okay, there's a moment coming up and he'll start scribbling. You can see him.
That's true.
Yeah. So we got a song, a poem, a story, and a rap from Scanlan, all within like 10 minutes, and my heart just exploded. Yeah.
So basically, Scanlan basically becomes the representative of Elune.
He gains the blessing, which again is powerful.
But we also find out after he gets the blessing, that Vecna has completed the ritual to make him a god.
So Vecna's a god now
because the celestial whatever made room for him, and he is now a god.
It's very concerning.
What are we the god of?
Trickery, isn't it? I think so, yeah.
God of being a dick.
Or am I thinking of something else? I was thinking of another god they meet.
No, you know, it's like everyone's a god or something. If you become a god, do you have
do you have
being
to
be a god?
Yeah.
God of just being evil.
Yeah. So, certainly Vecna ascends and becomes god of being a dick.
Yeah.
And the party goes, oh crap, we didn't stop him in time. This is going to be an even tougher fight.
God.
Yeah.
God of dick.
God of dick. That's I don't know. God of dick and God of being a dick, I feel, are different things.
Depends on your interpretation of what a dick is.
So yes, the blessing. So I don't know why I call them Scanbeer in my notes, but I did. Scanlan gets the tome that contains the incantation and the blessing, which gives like +2 to int. He can cast this ritual cast thing within an hour. He can learn the stats, 1 stat of any creature he fights. And what else does it do?
And Grog lives the forge.
Yeah.
That was a random moment. Did you feel that was random? Because I didn't.
What? Grog learning how to blacksmith?
Yeah, just.
It was kind of random.
Kind of random. It was like, oh, all of a sudden you know how to blacksmith, and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
I guess in context it does make sense for the storytelling, but it just felt like a little bit out of the blue.
Yeah, actually, I had the exact same thought when I saw that. There was no lead into it really. It was just like, oh, you have a vision, and now you know how to blacksmith. And Grog was happy about it because obviously he loves weapons.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, was that?
It kind of felt like
was that improv, or was that?
It kind of felt Matt was like, what can Grog do? How can like all these guys are getting all these blessings and just alright.
Oh, then they find out some more information about Vecna, actually.
And Vecna's past, yes. We find out Kaz the Bloody-Handed. It's a Lich Lord, or I thought he was maybe the Death Knight.
Right.
That was there when they were battling Vecna. So they had Vecna, Delilah, and then this Death Knight, which wasn't really described.
Right.
And I'm thinking maybe that's who it is, Kaz.
Cool.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
it makes sense.
Essentially Vecna was destroyed. They believed that they'd destroyed Vecna, but his hand, his eye, and his sword had survived. When the party finds out about the sword, they immediately go, oh my god, it's probably Craven Edge, you know, the sword that talked to Grog and kind of like addled his mind and made him want to like do evil things.
Yeah, and that would be an awesome throwback, because Craven Edge is probably one of the best story, kind of like mini story arcs the characters had, is Craven Edge, especially for Grog.
But then they find out the name of the sword is... sort of Kaz.
Yes, but...
They could have two names.
Yeah, I mean, they got the name like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
So Craven Edge is how we know it today.
Yeah.
I don't know, it could be just a quarter different thing.
Because Vecna was white.
Vecna goes under different names.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through different names and titles, and swords can easily be changed names. I can call this one Steve, and all of a sudden Mike. I don't know, you can easily change names or anything.
You can.
I was going to pick up your sword that's over there.
Yeah, right, okay.
And I was just like, it's just too far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, call this Steve.
This is...
Steve.
Steve, yeah.
Steve, and then...
I'm just going to do the rest of the episode holding the sword. Yeah, so essentially, Vecna's story where he was destroyed, yeah, I am, was 800 years ago. So yeah, it's very possible that Craven Edge is a new incarnation or just the same sword under a different name. This is actually quite heavy.
I know, I told you. Lasted by how long? I'm gonna put the little counter there. For the counter, like, that's how long. And I can do that because I got new editing.
Oh, he's editing this one, yeah. So yeah, so we find out about that, and the party goes, oh my god, is that his sword? Then Vax breaks my heart once more with some wonderful little roleplay with Vex.
Oh, before that, because that happens once we get back to the cabin.
Right.
We say goodbye to Sprig. So we end Sprig, and Sprig becomes like a servant or a hand of Illume.
Yeah.
Which we might see him again. I mean,
I
he's
hope
not dead.
so.
He's not gone for good. He's just helping out a god for a while.
Yeah.
That's nice and sweet. But then we say goodbye to Sprig until next time, and he makes the joke about 65 years or something.
Yeah.
But then I thought maybe that's the time jump. Maybe like once we finish Vox Machina, they time jump 65 years.
The epilogue.
Yeah, epilogue, and we meet Spriggy.
Yeah, it's very
that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's the one thought I had.
No, isn't like a good thought. Vax breaks my heart. Vecna has ascended.
We transport back to Sprig's cabin.
Yeah.
And they deal with the undead guy they had captured. And then Vex and Vex have that.
Kill him, essentially.
Oh, yeah, kill him. Well, Percy's just like, stab, you get over you. Yeah. But yeah, then Vex and Vex have that moment.
Yeah, one of those just classic Vex and Vex moments. I actually really love the way that Vex, when he delivers these lines, like when I'm talking to you now, I glance over every so often, but mostly I'm looking at the
and I get uncomfortable, I can't.
I just stare.
As I look back at the camera a lot when he does it. We're not very good because I'm afraid he will just no.
But Vex always goes,
I know,
and this
is uncomfortable even though I know you're just doing a bit. I'm not good with inside my bubble. This is very, very close to me.
My room is not the largest. Well, it is, but it's got a whole bunch of crap in it. Anyway.
You didn't need to elaborate at all. You could just let me have the illusion. You're just I don't have any room. It's right. Anyway, so Vax and Vex have their moment.
Yep.
And it was very, very good because this was the first time they actually addressed the wedding situation, or the marriage situation.
Yep.
And they're probably the two best role players because they've got a lot of from a character point of view, they've got the most to them. They're twins, they grew up together, they've been through a lot, so they can connect together a lot easier.
They've lost each other.
Exactly. They've been through the same moments and they've built their backstory together as well, which adds even more foundation to their real good moments that they do have. Yeah. But what I found funny is after they had that moment, the other guys were just we want moments too. So Percy and Keeler have their moment. And then Grog and Scanlon have their moment. And I was just yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. There was just such a whole lot of great stuff in this episode.
But then they turn around and look at the doorway and standing there is
Vecna. And Vex immediately goes, arrow! And it goes right through him. Apparently it's just a minor illusion or greater illusion.
I call it a hologram.
Yeah, the universe is a hologram. Yeah, so we see Vecna and he...
It's bad guy monologue. Yeah. It was definitely bad guy monologue.
Some cool foreshadowing. Essentially, Vecna says, "Hey, surrender. Stop your quest to destroy me, and you can return to your families." Just let me rule, essentially.
Basically.
And then Grog laughs and says, "I've seen this before. It means he's scared," which was cool. And then
so it does actually give basically what it tells us is that Vecna knows what they're doing.
Yes.
Somehow. And he must have some kind of fear that they've got too much now, or they've got the ability to take out Vecna.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it shows. It means that there's a hope, and also for the players, it's a reassurance that they were all kind of on the right path.
Yeah.
When the bad guy says, "Don't do that, stop it,"
not pay any attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was cool. And then essentially they go back to Whitestone and do some stuff there.
Oh, they go to Vasselheim.
Vasselheim.
They don't go to Whitestone.
Why did I say Whitestone? I wrote it down.
They go to Vasselheim.
Vasselheim.
And then they go to Raven Quest. What?
The Raven Quest. The Raven Queen. Vax communes with the Raven
Queen.
No,
they go to Raven Crest.
Raven Crest, yeah.
Was that Raven Quest?
Yeah, Raven Quest.
Yeah, sorry. I was getting confused. Maybe I said the wrong thing. Raven Quest.
To commune with the Raven Queen.
Yes. Because that's the one god they haven't actually been to. Even though they have ties.
Yeah.
and they have been talking. They haven't really discussed specifically if there's any items or any help they can. Oh, the Raven Queen can provide.
I mean, Raven Queen and Serenray and maybe Pillar are probably the ones that actually interact and do stuff for the party more than the other gods.
Yeah, true.
Vax would not be around if it wasn't for the Raven Queen. And Serenray obviously is what Pike.
That's just the backstory so tied into it. So yeah, it's just convenient.
But anyway, Vax goes to Communion and he puts his head into a pool of blood, essentially, to go and talk to her. Some wonderful little scene painting by Matt in that scene, which I really enjoyed. And essentially he talks to the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen has that brilliant kind of dark voice. And he ends up with a stone as he comes back.
A bean stone.
A bean stone. From the Raven Queen in a material position as he comes back from this thing, dripping in blood. And immediately runs up to Keyleth, and Keyleth kisses him, even though he's covered in blood, and Grog says...
That's true love.
It must be like kissing 100 pennies. Yeah, it is true love, isn't it? Keyleth and Vax. Oh, lovely.
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
No.
I'm a heartless bastard.
Yeah.
But...
I just don't like blood that much.
Really, if your missus is covered in blood...
It's gonna get weird.
Yeah, if your missus is covered in blood, and then she's like, kiss me, or we're over, what would you do?
Kiss me and we're over?
Yeah.
I would question the sanity of my apparently blood-soaked woman, where the blood is from, and why she's presenting me with this bizarre ultimatum.
The reason, ignore why this happened. Just assume it's happened.
And it makes sense.
It makes
somehow.
logical sense. It's like a production of Carrie.
How much?
Okay, it's a production of Carrie. It's right. She's the main one. She's covered in blood.
Carrie,
and
obviously.
she walks off. She's just had a terrible performance, and she just needs to be
Okay, I'm an actor. That's an actual believable scenario.
Yes, there we go. So would you do it?
Yes.
There we go.
But only because stage blood is made of ketchup, and it would be just ketchup. Anyway.
Still would do it.
Anyway, lovely moment with Kiki kissing Vax. We're just getting some weird conversations sometimes. Then
I can't believe the majority of that in. That was great.
Good. I'm glad. On to the Temple of God they go. For Grog to receive the blessing, they go.
Yeah, this is the first time. Actually, because I don't know too much about D&D. This is one of the gods I didn't know too much about. So I looked it up and I was like, so the god, or Storm God is one name for them, or the Lord of Battle.
Storm God
kind of fits Grog perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why
why it's his patron.
Yeah, that's kind of sad that it kind of just it wasn't really.
It wasn't as epic as the Island of Renewal.
It's kind of like everything we've been to, all the gods we've had really, epic,
visceral,
yeah. And this one was just like. I don't know whether it was just a case of, okay, we've done this too many times now. We kind of have to speed things up.
Yeah.
Or was it a case of they just didn't press the right buttons or do the right conversation path to get where they were supposed to go? But it was just kind of like, here's a bag of beans.
Yeah. I actually had a similar thought. It was, it just seemed like, maybe Gord himself is just not a master of extravagance and kind of acts in a more simple way.
I was just waiting for Grog's God moment.
Yeah.
I wanted Grog's God moment, and that's what it felt like was like, that's it.
I was kind of expecting like Neo fighting Morpheus for the first time, that kind of thing.
I was just wanting to, his character when he's just, messing guys up is awesome, and I just wanted him to see, his trial was just, cut through thousands of people.
That would have been good. The end of the one with Jet Li.
Yeah.
So, Temple of God, Groundbacker Groon is essentially gathering the monks to defend the city, as he believes. There are dragon riders. Holy crap! Wyverns flying around with dragon riders on them. Man, that's epic. I'm totally going to steal that. Then after that, he gets the beans, which is great. Yay, beans for Grog.
And he brings them back to. They go back to the mansion.
Yes, Scanlan's. What's the spell called? The mansion.
Scan's wonderful mansion.
Yeah, something. A high level spell that allows you to create a mansion nowhere, essentially, so you can.
It's like I believe it's on another plane. I think Matt explained it once.
It's like a pocket dimension, I think.
Yeah. And that's why I had trouble with something that happened a long time ago. If we ever it comes up again, I will mention it, but don't worry. So
the party decides to do a few things whilst they're there. They scry on Allura. It's Allura. It just didn't sound right. They scry on her, obviously, just to see what's.
They basically check on their buddies. Yeah. Just to see everyone's all good, and they're debating whether they should do Terry, but they figured if their thing isn't glowing, he's all right.
Yeah.
And then they do Gilmore as well.
Yep. They also talk about the skull and the skull that Grog had that told him that if he was to free the spirit of the skull, that he would get a wish. Because Grog said, "Could we use this wish?" kind of thing. But the party was very reluctant and essentially thought it was too good to be true to just be given a wish. You know, it doesn't fit in with Matt's master plan.
I don't think maybe Matt anticipated it. I mean, one thing about being a DM, and you'll probably know this, is the fact that sometimes players remember things, or there are certain items you don't anticipate to be used. And so when you come up to a particular situation, you're just like, I forgot they had that, or you forgot they remembered that, and then it kind of messes up your plan. Matt's susceptible to that as well. I mean, he may have a vague idea what everyone has, but he doesn't, he probably never thought that spell that skull could be used at any time to really screw up everything. Right. So
I don't know that as a DM. A lot of times when I give you guys an artifact, it'll have one use only. And I also thrown moments at you where I thought you were going to use some of the items that I'd given you, like dire situations, but no.
So that's the joys of D&D, is that it's unpredictable even for the DM, even though they're planning all these things. And I think maybe that's a similar situation, is that I think they just they don't know whether to use it, what consequences come with it, and that's what that moment felt like to me, is that Matt going, I don't know if this will change anything, and the players were kind of like, I don't know if we should do that because it's a bit OP.
So they talk about both those things. And then, Lady Briarwood.
They pull out Lady Briarwood's corpse out of the back door.
Holding, which just is wonderful. And then they do some stuff to determine what was it? They can reawaken the soul.
Well, basically you can ask 3 questions. So Pike has the ability to speak with the undead, and they ask them 3 questions. So they decide to figure out the 3 questions first. Even though technically she could lie as well. But they figure out the 3 questions. Then Pike tries to reach into, and the soul's not there.
Which means either that it's already happened too many times, and her soul's been used, or she's not dead.
And it turns out
she's not dead. Fuck.
Well, it makes sense because she died in a boiling vat of acid. Well, not vat. Well, she died in acid last time.
Like a classic.
And she came back. So chances are she can come back, not having her body. So it makes sense. But it's a bugger because they've just taken too much time. This is the problem. Now the ritual's done. Vecna's a god. Deliah's been able to be resurrected. They're taking too much time. And that's screwing them up.
It's true. They did spend a lot of time deliberating and travelling to different places.
Which seemed necessary, but I don't think going to all the gods we needed. But that's what
I think there definitely was a quicker path, and they are kind of covering their bases. But the danger of doing that, and you'll know this if you play, is that the DM likes to keep things ticking behind the screen. You know, if you ignore something, that's not just in the status. That's still happening.
And they'll be well aware of that. Matt's smart enough to be able to educate the players to realise that there is a time.
And we get this wonderful line from Keyleth, which is, "How many times do we have to fight this bitch?"
And Percy goes, "As many as it takes."
Yeah, that was a good moment. Some good improv banter. That is kind of towards the end of the episode. That's where it nearly wraps up.
And then Scanlan turns into this blue angel creature.
And just to check himself out in the mirror alone.
And we'll just assume that the episode kind of pans out. This is how I envision it, is like if it was actually an actual show. It's seeing Scanlan's window of him turning into this, then playing humming Hallelujah, and him slowly undressing, and it just zooms out, and you just hear him go Hallelujah, and it's like the last night with the person he loves the most,
himself.
Exactly. That's how I imagine it.
That's good. I'm gonna, if I watch it again, that's what I want to imagine as well. So that's episode 106. That's Darren DePaul. Love you.
Great.
That was amazing.
It just shows you what a bit of a talent he is, truly. But
so much. It was like a 4-hour episode, one of the longer ones.
A lot happened. Now, but we did predict a few episodes. I can't remember what was the last episode or the episode before. Of how many episodes you think have left.
Yes.
Do you want to change your answer?
Yes.
Because it does feel like it's going to be longer than shorter.
Yeah. So, 15?
15. Well, I think that's around about what I said as well.
Yeah, I was behind you.
I think I was around about 12 or 13, but 15 including the epilogue.
Yeah.
So yeah, around that.
I'd say maybe 15 and then an epilogue after that. So maybe
it's getting pushed out a bit, and I think it's just they're taking too much time.
God, I'm looking forward to Vecna Briarwood versus Vox Machina.
I've got a feeling they may lose because That would be the ultimate twist.
Yeah.
If
The
Vox
TPK.
Machina actually lose to Vecna, and what happens in the new world, because the new world that they come to with the new characters is just a world taken over by Vecna.
Something like the Aeon Flux universe or Equilibrium or something.
Because I think Matt's well enough and being versed enough in D&D to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
To say, the world was taken over. The bad things did happen.
65 years later.
Yeah, this is the new world that we live in. And,
Yeah.
And it could be the new party trying to build allies, do all that stuff.
That would be very, very interesting, and especially because they would be starting, I don't know exactly from level 1, but certainly at a lower level, they're having to rise through and...
It will give them an easy reason to all get together.
But then, so what would Vecna do? Like, say 65 years, because there's your theory about Darren DePaul's character, Sprig. So what would the world be like if Vecna had been able to reign?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tricky.
What does Vecna want?
I think he's kind of doing it in a way of
he wants to conquer the world.
vanity.
Obviously, he wants to conquer the world. So he would try and model the world in his own image.
Yeah.
So it would be very demon-like. It would be very destructive.
I reckon it'd be like religion would be outlawed, unless it was the religion of Vecna.
That would be interesting.
All the temples and stuff would be gone or replaced with statues of Vecna.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Man, imagine that.
But we won't know. We don't know until we see it. So we're just going to keep watching and doing these videos, and we will find out with all of you as well.
All right. Well,
thanks
guys.
for watching.
Until next week. See you guys.